Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How's it going? Welcome to Gaming News and Trailers for July 19th. I am still trying to get over this head cold, so please bear with me. We got one big news story and a bunch of trailers, so let's go ahead and jump into it. I know a bunch of you are big fans of Star Wars The Old Republic, and SWTOR had a pretty major announcement. And that is that Charles Boyd, the creative director, is leaving BioWare. A guy who many people consider to be the heart and soul of SWTOR is going away. Now, this is definitely going to be a major blow to that game. And I'm probably going to do a separate video talking about the current state of SWTOR, which is not good. This game has been going downhill for some time, and the trend continues to go that way. I mean, it would not surprise me if this game gets shut down in a couple years. It's really, really hard to say. There's also the news that EA is trying to sell the company. That's a story that broke several weeks ago. And there hasn't really been too much of an update on it, but if EA sells, then I think that's definitely the end of SWTOR. So we'll have to keep an eye on the situation and see what happens. In addition to Charles leaving, there were a bunch of internal promotions that happened.
Our illustrious champion returns. Welcome home.
So they didn't just automatically give somebody his position. It looks like they were going to just promote some within, and that was going to be basically it. So, but yeah, we'll keep an eye on SWTOR and see what happens. And then, like I said, keep an eye out for my much longer video on what is really happening at that studio. So it's pretty crazy. All right, let's go ahead and jump into trailers. We're going to go ahead and start off with a really big trailer that dropped a couple days ago. So let's take a look. This was a pretty good shock. A lot of people had no idea that this was even possible or coming. So let's see what we got here. Also, if there are any children watching, there's some images in this that might be questionable.
It began as song, pitched sweet and solemn. They that heard came hollow, fallen. Their children raised in castles loft, made hunters grave, of others not.
Remember this. We are a family.
Yet beyond the pale of Odin's sky live verdant fields of rain and wild, where omen beasts of Alka's lost remember still and tell the ghost. listen well. Envoys of shame. And bear their souls within your frame. Find your spirit, your grace renewed, and return to earth, her power true. Join us, won't you?
Okay, so what we have here, ladies and gentlemen, this is from the developers at Digital Extreme, aka the Warframe devs. So after all these years, they're finally making another game. So TennoCon was this last weekend, and this was their like one more thing announcement. So quite the shock that the Warframe devs are finally doing another game. And it looks like it's going to be a Souls-like of some description. But yeah, they went into detail talking about how basically a lot of the veteran developers that made Warframe have now switched over to this. And then some of the other developers are now taking new higher roles at Warframe. And yeah, it was a very, very cool trailer. It gives a pretty good idea of sort of the heart and soul of what they're looking to do. And just like the commentary of the trailer comes across as very Souls-like. So, yeah, very exciting to see a new game from Digital Extreme after their years and years of development and experience on Warframe. All right, next up, let's get into the launch trailers for the two games that came out today. So here's the launch trailer for Stray. You're a cat in a cyberpunk robot world. It's getting very, very good reviews. PlayStation. All right, next up, we have the launch trailer for Dusk Falls.
The thing about shadows, you can't escape them. You just learn to keep them behind you and look toward the light.
Ain't got no soul to sell.
I represent some business acquaintances of your father's. Whoa.
Cold black like the bottom of a well.
You help me take care of my family, I'll help you take care of yours.
You swear it won't happen again?
I just want to know that we can make it through this.
And I can hear him knocking.
On the ground, now! You're making a huge mistake!
Daddy, don't go!
Dad,
run!
all you had to do was keep your mouth shut! What are you doing?
Improvising. I'm not just gonna abandon you.
Family means sacrifice.
I'm born when I'm done to the depths I go.
The game also has full Twitch integration. So I will be streaming this, and then we'll have to decide whether or not we're going to use the Twitch integration. So you guys can actually make all the decisions in the game if we want to do that. So I think my plan for this is this weekend I'll be finishing up a Plague Tale. So then we'll probably start this the following weekend. But again, that game's getting great reviews. I heard from one reviewer, they said it was the best story that's come out so far this year. So yeah, that game looks great. Next up, we have a update for Mario Strikers Battle League. Let's take a look. It's Daisy. I'd kind of like to try that game. You can armor up your Mario. Is that a mud? Like a mud waterfall? Weird. All right. Next up, we have what I think is an expansion trailer for the Riftbreaker. This is a game that I streamed probably like 10 to 15 hours here on Twitch, and then I just ended up quitting it. I think I enjoyed the game, but I think I was just not in the right mindset for it. So maybe I should go back and play it. But yeah, this is called the Riftbreaker, the Metal Terror trailer. Let's take a look. Also on Game Pass.
Far away in the Milky Way galaxy, there is a hero.
Good morning, Galatea.
Taking on an entire planet, equipped with an advanced mecha suit. She lives among the aliens, fighting for her survival and for the entire human race.
Let's use science to bring peace back to this planet.
But a new threat has awakened. An abomination from beyond time.
Ashley, we have to investigate this.
Now, the technology is not on their side.
What is that thing?
One woman. One machine. All hero.
Let's kick some space ass.
In a
Am I gonna get
world
DMCA'd?
filled to the brim with thousands of aliens, unleashing insane amounts of firepower to annihilate even more space aliens that are aliens to the original aliens. They will invent new ways to build even bigger bases with even more overpowered guns to bring back peace to the world that used to be peaceful before they arrived. From the makers of the Riftbreaker comes the Riftbreaker Metal Terror.
I thought that was a weird trailer. Yeah, that was a weird trailer. All right, final two trailers. We've got two trailers for Cult of the Lamb. I think they're doing some kind of like dev thing. I guess we'll see. This game I'm actually really looking forward to. This game, played the demo on it, and the demo was fantastic. So let's see what they got here. This is part 1.
You are the mighty lamb in Massive Monster and Devolver Digital's Cult of the Lamb. Saved from sacrifice by the one who waits, you're compelled to repay the dead by creating a cult in their name. So, here's a few tips on how to start your very first cult.
And by the way, the cult members in this game can be named after people in chat. So you guys are my cult.
Step 1. Grow your flock. Go crusading into the lands of the old faith to find new followers and defeat the false prophets. Back home, indoctrinate your new followers into the cult.
Yes.
Name them, change their form, and learn what makes them unique. Choose your doctrine to set the rules of your cult. Draw power from your followers by giving daily sermons and watch their faith grow. Step 2. Satisfy the faithful. As the mighty lamb, you have to tend to your flock. Lead.
So I'm just going to stop here for a second for anybody who hasn't seen this game. This game is basically done in 2 parts. It kind of has the combat of like Hades to a degree, where you're going out, you're doing levels, and you're like defeating bosses and killing things and getting currency and resources, and then you come back to your home base here, and you're building a base. So like you're building a town, and then as you're out and about, as it just said, you're finding people and you bring them into your cult, and you can actually assign them jobs. So you can be like, all right, you're a tree cutter, you're a miner, or whatever. So it's pretty cool.
Feed them, feed them, and build your small community into a thriving woodland cult. Throw a grand feast, shower them with gifts, or maybe marry a follower. Keep your flock happy and your shrines will shine with their devotion. If the needs of your followers are not met, however, they will begin to lose faith. Step 3. Cleanse the non-believers. Unhappy followers will rise against you and try to persuade the others to leave the cult. Will you gently re-educate them in the ways of the Lamb, or perform dark rituals and sacrifice them to the gods? It's up to you what kind of cult leader you become. Starting a cult is no easy ride. You'll scavenge for resources and battle heretics, but righteous victory will be yours. So guide your flock, grow your power, and spread the word of the Lamb.
That game's gonna be crazy. All right, let's jump to August 11th.
PlayStation.
All right, let's jump to part 2.
No one said it was easy to create a cult in the name of the one who waits. Sometimes it might seem like all hope is lost, but the strength of your convictions will keep you on the righteous path, along with the helping hands of a few friends. Here are some of the folks who will help as you crusade through the lands of the old faith. Ratau. Ratau was once a vessel for the Red Crown. Now he's your guide and mentor. Once he's taught you the art of cult creation, he plans to spend his retirement playing knucklebones. Clownneck. Clownneck is the keeper of the tarot cards that guide you. You will have the choice of 2 cards. Both can aid you in your quest, but choose wisely. Clownneck's face will be a welcome sight when the forces of darkness are closing in. Kuldai. Kuldai holds the weapons you need for your fight. You will be offered weapons and curses to choose from, but you can only pick one. Halob. Halob traps unsuspecting animals foolish enough to wander the lands alone, then sells them to the highest bidder. Unless he gets hungry, of course. The Fisherman. The Fisherman will meet you in Darkwood and show you the way to Pilgrim's Passage. He seeks the beasts of the deep. If you catch them for him, he will reward you with holy talisman pieces. And the Fisherman is definitely a man, definitely not a fish. You will meet these characters and many more in your quest to free the one who waits. The cards you're dealt, the weapons you're gifted, and the knowledge you gather will serve you well as leader of the one true cult.
Some of that was new information. Yeah, that game looks crazy.
PlayStation.
All right. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That'll do it for gaming news and trailers. For those who are watching on YouTube, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.